What up guys, my name is Kong and today I'm going to talk about the Great Raid. The Great Raid take turn in the 40s. This is, I believe, in the Pacific theaters. And the Americans are working their, I guess, fighting their way to Tokyo to I guess, to take over or to conquer, not to conquer, but to take over Japan. To get to the capital of the country. So they get to this and we get to see, the lieutenant colonel and, the colonel and lieutenant colonel, major colonel and lieutenant colonel. I might got those two mixed, but this movie is essentially about these two men going about to save these POWs in a Japanese concentration camp. That's what it is. And what I love about this movie is that it is a story inside of a story. Not really that, but it's more like a story. Two stories happen at the same time. It's the story with the two men who are making the plan, and with the other individuals on that island, and then to save those POWs. And the POWs also have the stories of the men have to follow the Japanese strict rules, and they have to obey the Japanese military's regime, so to speak. So, and you get to see that, you see the dynamic between the soldiers and the leaders in a POW camp, as well as the two other guys. You see that here. And that's what I like. And you get to see how cruel the Japanese were back then. And on the military side, especially the military. I don't think the civilian would be as evil, as cruel as the military. And they were cruel. They were whipping, they were tying those guys up, they were hunting those guys. If they would escape, they make an example to show to the Americans, say, if you do this, everybody would die. For every one of you die, for every one of you escape, I'll kill 10 people. It was like legit. They show you scene with guy being whipped. I mean, it is real. It is hard to watch. And you get to see this. It's like it's almost hopeless. They have created that scene. That's what sells this movie. That is raw. It's not raw, but it is so truthful. It's so blunt. The movie about this movie is so blunt. They show it too. They don't shy away from it. And I appreciate it, because a lot of war movie, they don't really show that. They just, pan to right, black, excuse me, and then turn the screen turns to black, and then you see the sound of the voice, whatever it is, gunshot, whatever, But this, they show you. And that's what I like about this movie, and that the men, they're trying to hold together and trying to ride it out. And then you have the Japanese too, and they're trying to root out the not the spy, but the intelligence in the POWs and outside of the POW camp. I thought that was really interesting. And then the girls, how she also have a relationship with one of the men in the POW. So there's multiple stories in that whole scene, how they all bring together, and we're seeing this. And that's what I like about this movie, is that many things are happening at the same time and all related to the POWs. So you get what I'm saying, but that's what I like about this movie. What did I not like about this movie? That it kind of take a little long to get to the POWs. That the planning is doing, all the planning, gathering group, and get there. And understand that's military. That's just military SOP or a standard operation, just to do that, to get to the, because they have to execute it the raid perfectly in order to not have any casualty or any injury. And there was injuries. So that was kind of thing. We didn't really quite get to see. I was sad that the leader in the POW, he died. I think he died of malaria. I believe it was a malaria. Some sort of sickness. He died. He didn't quite live. That was kind of hard. That was hard to take. And it was I was hoping that we'd live. He get to see the girl that he loved, but he did write her a note, that sort of thing. And just the ending wasn't that, for that leader didn't quite you know, give it a top with a chair and a pot. And it's like, hey, yeah, everybody got saved but the military, and they left the POW. But that one soldier that at least we get to see him, he did get out, but he did not make it back home, and that was sad to see, sad to watch, especially for his girlfriend, you know. So that's kind of the only con I can really think. The other one is, it is a little bit long. It kind of dragged out a little bit, but that's just me. You know, me being kind of picky watching these kind of movie. When it's long, it doesn't really keep you excited or in the movie or have the intention. So what was the rating I give this movie? I give it an 8 out of 10. I truly enjoy this movie. It's not for the faint of heart. You have to watch it with an open mind, and you have to understand what these soldiers go through in POW. When they say POW, it's serious, you know. They are under in another country's regime or authorities. So 8 out of 10, please go watch it. You will enjoy this movie. Please, and again, guys, please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, and browse my YouTube channels. I have a lot of content for you guys. But anyway, take care. Bye bye.